Welcome to a new video on NEGAYO's channel. This time, I brought you a short story that's part of the latest Detective Comics Showcase collection, which were released along with Constantine and the House of Mystery. This short film was included as bonus material starting with Batman: The Long Halloween Part 1. We won't only discuss this animated short's plot, but several of you in the comments have asked me to talk about the theory that comes from here and which could tie up some loose ends. From the movie Justice Society, World War II, and the Detective Comics Showcase of Kamandi, the Last Boy on Earth. Now, before we continue, if you're new here and have no idea what we're talking about with all this Tomorrowverse stuff and its mysteries, well, it wouldn't be a bad idea for you to visit my channel. Here I have a brief and explanatory video, some analyses, movie summaries of many movies, and also a playlist, especially discussing these topics. But don't forget that if you like my content, then it wouldn't be bad if you supported me with a powerful subscription. Let's start with the story first and leave the theory for the end. What do you think? The Losers are a group of outcast soldiers who fight during the time of World War II. We have Captain Storm, Henry Jones, Connor Sarge, Johnny Cloud, and Pudge, plus a special agent named Fan Long this time. At the beginning of this particular adventure, we see them in the middle of a storm fighting a huge sea creature. We don't know how this conflict ends. And suddenly, the team is already on solid ground, with few supplies and a completely empty ship, really useless. Before continuing, Captain Storm demands information from the special agent. The Losers actually don't know what they're doing here, or what the heck they're looking for. They don't know why they're doing this mission for Chinese special intelligence. But considering that they're now on an island that doesn't exist on any damn map either, it's safe to assume that all their questions have highly confidential answers.
An ultra-secret investigation that could end the war.
How did you know?
You already told me.
Miss Fan says they're lost, but there's a communication station on the island where they could ask for help. As they go deeper into the island, it doesn't take long before the soldiers start being hunted by dinosaurs! Dinosaurs! Though the team handles the threats, they eventually have to split up. Fan and Johnny Cloud stop being chased by the raptors when they encounter a huge Spinosaurus. Apparently blinded by terror, the special agent throws an explosive, killing the creature and almost killing Johnny as well. When he gets back up, he notices his partner is missing, and in the distance he glimpses a kind of huge blue curtain made of unknown energy. Surely the source of all these prehistoric animals, Fan, is found by the soldier moments later. She doesn't seem to care that she nearly killed this man and left like nothing happened. The mission was her priority. That's because of what she knew about this technology. The energy that had been able to open a door in time itself had the power of up to 100 atomic bombs, a power more than enough to end wars forever.
With that weapon, we'll all go down in history, extinct like this island's animals.
It is at this place where part of the team meets again. Sadly, distant screams signal the death of two teammates. Henry Jones tries to drive this dinosaur away as much as he can. The rest of them went into the camp looking for the artillery needed to kill this Tyrannosaurus. However, Sarge discovers before anyone else the real secret behind their arrival on this island.
Don't be surprised, we're all soldiers. Sergeant.
Captain Storm planned to bomb this creature from a plane, but since the explosives got stuck, there was no other option but to crash the aircraft directly into the dinosaur. The maneuver caused it to veer straight into the time portal and, unfortunately, the bombs fell, shaking much of the island. After the agent is neutralized, she admits her mission was to kill all project researchers and the team of Losers, all with the aim of taking control of this weapon and ensuring China's dominance over the entire world. Cloud meanwhile tells his remaining team to pack enough explosives to destroy the portal from within. The story ends with Agent Fan being cornered by several raptors and the island flooding in a huge blinding flash. Now here comes our theory that could connect this Detective Comics Showcase with Justice Society and Kamandi. First, I need to clarify two things. First, if you haven't seen this video, I recommend watching it so you understand the context. Even though the Kamandi theory is a fact to me, I can't call it that since the Justice Society movie doesn't confirm anything about this character. They don't say his name or where he comes from. It gives clues that make me think it's Kamandi, and together they form the theory I've told you about. Since it's not confirmed in the movie, it's a mistake to treat it as absolute truth. For me, this guy truly is Kamandi. Is this Detective Comics showcase set in the same universe as Justice Society? And Kamandi, the last boy on Earth? Maybe. There are several elements to consider, and one of the main ones is the time period in which this story is set. It's set during World War II, but the exact year of the Justice Society story hasn't been confirmed. Early in the movie, we learn key details such as Franklin Roosevelt being the United States president. Even more significant, this country hasn't entered the World War yet. And we can even estimate an approximate year when this takes place. This opening scene, featuring Steve Trevor, reveals the Nazis have recently invaded Poland and much of Europe. So we could place ourselves roughly between the end of 1939 and the beginning of 1940. The story of the losers is a bit harder to place in a timeline. We know it also takes place during the Second World War. Since this is an American team, it means their country is already participating in the war, which, in our history, happens after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941. In the Tomorrowverse, I don't believe Pearl Harbor is mentioned in the Justice Society movie. Maybe this didn't occur. The real trigger for the United States entering the war was the Nazis' attempted attack on New York. Another sign we may be in 1941 is the United States-China alliance, which officially started that year in our history. It's important to note that the losers' adventure on the island should occur before 1945, prior to the atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And that's something we know thanks to this dialogue from Special Agent Fan.
What is this? A laceration. An opening in time and space that emits 100 times more energy than the atomic bomb your scientists are developing?
There's a very wide gray area since the United States became interested in the atomic bomb project. It spans from the first council convened by Roosevelt in 1940 for the weapons development through the first nuclear reactor's construction in January 1942. That same year, the tests would start as the Manhattan Project. So the time period in which this Detective Comics showcase takes place is quite interesting, because if it really is in the same universe as Justice Society, does it make sense for it to happen right after the failed attack on New York? Still, we can't yet assume that historical events in this fictional universe occur exactly as in our reality. So let's move on to another element that raises many more questions: the time portal. We know very little about this technology, but at least we have enough information about its power. Another key detail is that although the island is full of dinosaurs, this time portal may not connect solely to the past. And that's because Fan Long mentions that any attempt to attack the portal could end up anywhere, at any point in time. I don't understand anything. In the comments, people have said this explains how Kamandia ended up in the Justice Society's present. And yes, it makes sense, assuming the portal wasn't completely destroyed. I'd also like to add something to that hypothesis. What if, besides being Kamandia's gateway to the present, it's also the cause of the so-called Great Disaster? That's the question. In Detective Comics showcases The Last Boy on Earth, we're told the Great Disaster occurred when Kamandia was a child. They never say what year it was, so we don't know how long Superman was a superhero. There's nothing that brings us closer to an approximate time for the end of the world, nor to the cause that led humanity to its near-complete extinction. I know the comics suggest a virus caused the Great Disaster, the same one that evolved animals and evolved surviving humans. Keep in mind, adaptations often stray from the original. That's the theory. The loser's adventure might occur around the same time as the Justice Society. And as I believe, the so-called Great Disaster was caused by trying to destroy this powerful technology. Does it make sense that it could be like that since in Kamandi's story? According to ancient accounts, our planet was practically falling apart, and even Superman disappeared or died trying to save the Earth. Even 100 atomic bombs couldn't cause that much damage, right? As I was saying at the beginning, it seemed to me that this was a standalone adventure, but I reconsidered thanks to your comments. I thought the story ended with the portal's destruction and nothing more, but maybe the shockwave went much further, literally leaving the whole planet in ruins. Besides, we don't know what effects this explosion might have had on the animals. Maybe this caused their evolution in this universe? Who knows? In my opinion, all these questions could be answered in a sequel to Justice Society. Rumors have circulated for a while about this team returning in a new adaptation, but nothing is official yet. If so, hopefully we'll see more of this mysterious character and what he told Superman after leaving. Hopefully this group of outcasts will be mentioned. And who knows, maybe the story of this old superhero team will come to a definitive end, with the inevitable disaster on this island. Or will Superman be able to save the Earth this time? I hope you liked this video. Leaving a like and comment really supports me. If you'd like to support the channel financially, you could also consider getting a membership and receive certain benefits in return. Remember that I'm now starting streams every Saturday where we talk about all the latest news from the world of superheroes. Of course, you're more than welcome to chat with us, and well, in the meantime, there's nothing left for me to say but see you soon, guys. I'm Alex from the NEGAYO channel. See you later!